Have you ever stopped to think about what happened to the years that seem to have been lost over time? Moments when you felt like control was slipping away, that life was drifting away from your dreams and intentions. What would you say if you knew those years aren't truly lost, but are patiently waiting to return to you in a way that transcends time and space? Jacobo Grinberg reminds us that reality isn't fixed. It's shaped by our minds, our intentions, and our actions. When you align with the true power within yourself, the universe conspires to return everything that seemed out of reach, bringing back fullness like an echo that resonates with your essence. The question is, are you ready to reclaim the years you thought you had lost? Because they are waiting for you, ready to return. The idea that the universe can return all the years we believe we've lost might initially seem mystical or illusory. However, Jacobo Grinberg, through his deep explorations of consciousness and the nature of reality, teaches us that time is a construct of the mind, a projection created by how we perceive and organize the world. The years we deem wasted haven't vanished. They're contained within our perception, waiting for the moment when our consciousness expands enough to give them new meaning. Grinberg believed that consciousness is the foundation of existence and that we can access deeper layers of our minds to alter our experience of reality. This means that moments of pain, failure, or stagnation don't have to be seen as irreversible losses, but as part of a larger cycle that can be reclaimed. By learning to navigate this field of infinite possibilities, you can reverse the feeling of loss and transform those memories into sources of strength, learning, and reconnection. Imagine that every choice, every thought, is creating an energy pattern that reverberates through the universe. Grinberg reminds us that this pattern can be rewritten. The power of conscious intention is the key to recreating your life, not just reclaiming the past, but undergoing a profound transformation that restructures your perception of the present and projects a future aligned with your most authentic self. In this video, we'll explore how you can access this perspective and apply simple yet powerful practices to reclaim the years you thought were lost. It's not about going back in time, but about learning to live so fully that time no longer feels like a limitation and every moment becomes an opportunity for rebirth. Jacobo Grinberg describes reality as a malleable fabric, where what we perceive as concrete is actually a manifestation of our mind and our energy field. This means that time, so absolute in our everyday perception, is nothing more than an illusion created by our cognitive system. When we accept that time doesn't bind us, we open up space to reclaim what we believed was lost. To understand how the lost years can be returned, it's necessary to dive into the concept of the synthetic field that Grinberg mentions. This field is a matrix of infinite possibilities, where every experience already lived or imagined is stored. The central issue isn't time itself, but how we access these possibilities. Those moments when we feel stuck or disillusioned don't disappear. They remain in a latent state within this field, ready to be reactivated. Think of your life as a vast ocean of experiences, where each drop represents a lived or desired moment. When we focus on scarcity, the years we think we've lost, we disconnect from the ocean's flow, limiting ourselves to shallow waters. But by tuning into our expanded consciousness, we can dive deep and retrieve hidden currents, bringing to the surface those experiences that hold lessons, strength, and even joy that were previously invisible. Jacobo also emphasizes the power of clear intentions and conscious visualization. By visualizing yourself living fully without regrets, you're literally shaping the lines of the synthetic field to rewrite your experience. Metaphorically, it's like redesigning a tapestry where the seemingly loose or cut threads integrate back into a harmonious pattern. Examples of this can be found in simple practices like introspective meditation or the mental recreation of significant moments. Imagine yourself returning to the moment you believed you lost something, a chance, a relationship, a dream. Now, view that moment from a new angle, reclaiming not what was lost, but what can still be learned and transformed from it. This exercise not only reorganizes your perception of the past, but also creates positive resonances that directly impact your present and future. The magic of this process lies in realizing that reality isn't linear, but cyclical and fluid. When you choose to reconnect with these lost years in an elevated state of consciousness, the universe responds by returning what seemed unattainable, not as a return to the past, but as an integration into the present. Although the idea that the universe can return lost years may seem inspiring, there's a common barrier that prevents many from accessing this possibility: the resistance of the rational mind. Our minds are conditioned to see time linearly, as something that moves in one direction, leaving the past irretrievably behind. This belief is so deeply ingrained that we often feel trapped by it, as if mistakes, missed opportunities, and difficult moments are permanent marks. Another significant obstacle is emotional attachment to what was lost. When we connect with feelings like regret, guilt, or nostalgia, we create an energetic bond with those experiences that keeps us stuck in the past, but in a negative way. Instead of integrating these experiences as lessons, we allow them to become weights we carry, preventing us from moving forward. Additionally, the disconnection from our inner essence, which Jacobo Grinberg describes as the energetic being, distances us further from the possibility of accessing the field of infinite possibilities. We're so absorbed by external noise, obligations, social expectations, daily distractions, that we lose the ability to hear the internal wisdom that could guide us to give new meaning to our experiences. Fear of change is also common. Accepting that lost years can be returned requires internal transformation, the courage to abandon old patterns of thought and behavior. This process can seem challenging because it involves confronting our own limitations, questioning beliefs, and letting go of an identity based on scarcity. Finally, there's doubt. Is it really possible to reclaim those years? Isn't it too late? This uncertainty is fueled by our limited view of reality and can be a significant hurdle for those seeking to apply Grinberg's teachings in practical life. Recognizing these obstacles is the first step to overcoming them. When we understand that these resistances aren't insurmountable barriers but part of the growth process, we open ourselves to new possibilities of transformation. To overcome these obstacles and access the years that seem lost, it's essential to adopt spiritual practices and strategies that expand your consciousness, allowing you to reconnect with the field of infinite possibilities described by Jacobo Grinberg. This process begins with internal redefinition and the application of techniques that align mind and spirit. The first recommended practice is reconnection meditation. Set aside a moment each day to sit in silence, close your eyes, and visualize the moments you feel were lost. But instead of focusing on pain or regret, concentrate on the sensations, the hidden lessons, and the growth opportunities that could be reclaimed from those moments. Ask yourself, what can I still learn or transform from this? This practice opens up space for a new narrative about the past, freeing it from its negative burden. Another powerful exercise is conscious recreation. Imagine your life is a book, and you have the power to rewrite any chapter. Choose a specific moment you'd like to revisit and visualize it as you wish it had been. This technique not only reorganizes your perception, but also creates new energy that reflects in the present, bringing feelings of fullness and possibility. Grinberg also emphasized the importance of cultivating clear intention. Take time to define what you truly want to recover or transform. Write these intentions on paper with detail and genuine emotion, as if they were already reality. This act of verbalizing and materializing your desires creates a vibrational alignment with the universe, allowing it to respond to your energy. Gratitude practices also play a fundamental role. Instead of focusing on the years you believe you've lost, celebrate the moments of learning, even during difficult times. Acknowledge the strength you developed by overcoming these challenges. Gratitude not only elevates your energetic frequency, but also attracts more positive and enriching experiences into your life. Finally, connect with the present moment. Often, we're so stuck in the past or anxious about the future that we forget the true power lies in the now. Jacobo Grinberg believed that reality is created in the instant we are fully conscious. To achieve this, try mindfulness practices, such as paying attention to your breathing or the sensations around you. The more present you are, the easier it becomes to access the synthetic field and restructure your experience. By applying these techniques, you begin to realize that the lost years were never truly out of reach. They have always been waiting for your expanded consciousness to manifest in ways that transform your perception, your reality, and above all, your life. The years you thought were lost aren't out of reach. They remain alive in the infinite field of possibilities, waiting for your consciousness to reclaim them. Jacobo Grinberg reminds us that time isn't a straight line, but a malleable construct of the mind. And when you choose to transcend the limitations of common perception, you discover that nothing is truly lost. Everything you've lived, or didn't live, can still be transformed, integrated, and redefined. The key to this transformation lies within you, in the power of your intention, the clarity of your desires, and the courage to reconnect with your deepest essence. No matter what happened or how much time seems to have passed, the universe responds to your vibration and your openness. When you align with your inner truth, you realize that every moment holds the potential to rewrite your entire story. Remember, the power isn't in going back to the past, but in integrating what it represents and creating a present so full that the lost years become a source of wisdom and strength. You are not a prisoner of time. You are the creator of your reality. Now is the time to act, to look within and allow your consciousness to expand, to embrace everything you deserve. You're not just reclaiming what was lost, you're recreating a new way of living. And in this recreation, you discover that it's never too late to flourish, to reinvent yourself, to live intensely. The essence of the universe is abundance, and it's waiting for you to claim it.